Good morning to all of you. This is Dr. T. Bhimrao, Department of Zoology, ADC Anamkonda. So, today we discuss about the general characters of the fishes. General characters of the fishes. So, fishes are the vertebrates. They are the uh, vertebrates with jaws. First vertebrates with jaws, and these are occupy the 49% or around 50% of the total vertebrates. Fishes occupy 50% of the total vertebrates, and the study of the fishes is called ichthyology. The study of the fishes is called ichthyology. And the Peter RTD is known as the father of the ichthyology, and it has the fishes, the structure or shape of the body is the spindle shape. This spindle shape is helpful for the uh, swimming, and this is the structure of the general anatomy of the fish. So the fish contain the body is covered by the scales. These scales are the maybe placoid scales, cycloid scales, ctenoid scales, and gonoid scales. I do the explanation in the respective lesson, types of scales. So first you remember the different types of scales are there. So they are the uh, cycloid scales, placoid scales, ctenoid scales, and gonoid scales. And these bodies contain the two types of the fins. Two types of the fins: paired fins and unpaired fins. Paired fins are the pelvic and pectoral. Pelvic and pectoral fins are the paired fins. Unpaired fins are the caudal fin, anal fin. Caudal fin, anal fin are the dorsal fin, caudal fin, anal fin are the unpaired fins. And the respiration of the fishes is done by the gills. So they are the aquatic animals. Fishes are the aquatic animals. They are the inhabitat is the fresh water, marine water, or brackish water. So they are the aquatic. So most of the aquatic animals respiration through the gills. So fishes are also respiration by the gills. So these gills are the extensions from the pharynx. So in the elasmobranchious fishes, the gills will open separately, but in the bony fishes, the gill slides are covered by the operculum. Operculum is the cap on the gills. So they are occur in the bony fishes. It absent in the cartilaginous fishes. And the fishes are the poikilotherms. Fishes are the poikilotherms, means they are the cold-blooded animals. That is, the body temperature remains change with respect to the environmental temperature. If the environmental temperature is rise, with respect to that, the body temperature of the fishes is also rises. If the environmental temperature or water temperature is decreased, as usually the body of the fishes temperature is also decreased. So this type of the animals is called poikilotherms. Based on the temperatures, animals are classified into two categories. First one is the poikilotherms, second one is the warm-blooded animals or homeotherms. The homeotherms are the body temperature remains constant even though environmental temperature increase or decrease. So they are called homeotherms. Example is the aves and mammals. The poikilotherms examples are the fishes, amphibians, and reptiles. Then body is divided into head and trunk. Head, trunk and tail. Neck is absent. So why the neck is absent in the fishes means due to the swimming, during the swimming, so it is some problem, that is why they absent the neck. And the I already told you, exoskeleton is in the form of dermal scales. They are the placoid, cycloid, ctenoid, gynoid, rhomboid. And endoskeleton is the maybe cartilaginous or bone. And the presence of the I already told you, paired fins and unpaired fins are there. And the external nostrils are opens into the nostril sacs. The internal nostrils are present only in the osteolipid and lungfishes. Remaining are the absent. The next, the dentation is the polyphyodont, homodont and acrodont. First you know the polyphyodont. Polyphyodont dentation is the several times or appears during the life period. They form several times, they appears. So this is the polyphyodont. And acrodont. Acrodont means the teeth, the crown is sharp, they are called acrodont. And homodont. Homodont and heterodont is the another classification. Homodont teeth are present in the fishes. Homodont means is the all the tooths are same in size and structure. And heterodont means, for example, you take the human being teeth are the heterodont, means they having the variability, they contain the 4 types of the tooth: canines, incisors, premolars, molars. So they are the heterodont dentition. But in the fishes, homodont dentition is there. All tooths are the same. I already told you respiration is done by the gills, and air bladder is as usually present. Why? Because they are living in the water. And the lateral line organs or neuromast organs are occur in the lateral line canals. So if you take the fish body, you from anterior to posterior, in the middle of the anterior to posterior, a line is formed, is called lateral line or lateral line organs or lateral line system, are also called neuromast organs. So in this each external ear contain the 3 semicircular canals are present in the fishes. The middle and external ear is absent in the fishes. Heart is venous and it is the bichambered, means they contain the 2 chambers, only one auricle, one ventricle. So called bichambered heart. Venous heart is related to the fishes. And fishes contain the hepatic portal system and renal portal system. Hepatic portal system and venous portal system. And the brain and spinal cord is covered by the single meninx. It is called meninx primitiva. Generally all the vertebrates, the important organs like brain and spinal cord is covered by a membrane. It is called meninges. They are different in different vertebrates. And only in the fishes only one is there, that is called meninx primitiva. And The fishes in the nervous system, the fishes contain the 10 pairs of cranial nerves are present. And the digestive system consists of the alimentary canal, starts with mouth and end with anus. And they are the eaten by the either grass or any other microorganisms. So they are the omnivorous. And the excretion is done by the mesonephros kidneys in case of fishes, and the excretory product is the maybe ammonia or urea. Ammonia is the highly poisonous substances compared with the other excretory products. There are the three excretory products: ammonia, urea, uric acid. Ammonia is mainly occur in the aquatic organisms. Urea may be amphibians and mammals also, and uric acid is the in the arthropods, in the reptiles. And so this ammonia and urea is related to the fishes. Ammonia is in the fresh water, urea is in the marine water. So if the animal release the excretory product in the end excretory product in the form of ammonia, they are called ammonotelic animals. This condition is called ammonotelism. And the animals release the urea as a end product is called ureotelism or ureotelic animals. And the animals release the end product in the form of uric acid. They are called uricotelism, uricotelic animals. And the fishes are the anomniotes. Anomniotes means the amnion and allantois are the they are the fetal membranes. They are absent in the fishes. And sexes are the separate. Male and female sexes are the separate. And a pair of nostrils are present in the dipnoid fishes. Internal nostrils are also present, I already told you. And on the head one pair of eyes are present, and the digestive system is well developed. In the intestine of the shark, the scroll valve is also present. Scroll valves are present. The nervous system contains the brain and spinal cord. The brain is small and it will not occupy the entire cranial cavity. Urinary bladder is absent in the fishes. The many of the fishes is the oviparous. Oviparous means they lays the eggs. Some of the viviparous means they lays the young ones. In the development of the fishes, amnion is not developed, and hence they are also called anomniotes. And this is the general characters of the fishes. So next we go to the classification of the fishes. Next class. Thank you.